Merry Christmas Eve, or whatever you celebrate on this fine holiday season. I wish you all well and all the best. What I want to talk about today is something, I guess, a little bit nostalgic, a little bit like something that's near and dear to me. It's a question that I'm pretty sure everybody has been asked in their entire life, and I'm pretty sure they can't really give like a valid answer, or they just say what's on top of their head due to like recency bias, or anything of that sort. And that question is, what is your favorite movie ever made? And I can proudly answer that question confidently. Now, you may be thinking, oh, maybe your favorite movie is like one of the big boys, like Interstellar, Braveheart, freaking Dark Knight. And yes, since those things are like on the top of Fight Club, like, yes, those are on the top of my list. Uh, they're definitely not my favorite movie. Or you can say something more niche, like anime. So like Perfect Blue, End of Evangelion, Spirited Away, or any like Studio Ghibli film is on the top of my list. Like there are really good movies out there. Like there's a lot of movies I can name. Like all the ones I just said. Freaking Wolf of Wall Street was amazing. I love Wolf of Wall Street. Infinity War was like one of my favorite superhero movies out there. There were so many like top movies, and yes, of course, like the top movies are gonna be some of my favorite because there's a reason why they're the top movie because they're really really good. But one movie that I really like is not, I guess it's not going to be that good, and it's probably something that you're not going to expect. It's actually a comedy family movie that I used to watch when I was younger. Literally, like almost every single day, like freaking religiously. I would watch this movie every day because I just love this movie so much. And that movie is Night at the Museum. That's literally my favorite movie of all time. Night at the Museum is probably like my number one top favorite movie of all time. It's not because it's good. Obviously, there's so many flaws in that movie. Obviously, it's not the best movie ever. If I was to like ever rate that movie, like right now, like from a 1 to 10, it will most likely be a 7. But like as me, as someone who like used to watch this movie religiously, I would definitely proudly stand on the hill of saying that Night at the Museum is one of my favorite movies ever made. It's really, really good. I love it. It's a really fun, exciting, funny movie that I feel like if you're ever like at a party anywhere, or if I'm ever like somewhere that, I don't really know, like with a lot of people, and then I feel like turning on Night of the Museum or Night at the Museum, it's just gonna make it much more fun because it's just incredibly fun movie. I love the actors and the actresses in this. They're really like very well known. So like Ben Stiller is like the star of this show. I think he does pretty good in this movie. Obviously, there are some flaws. Again, this is like a kids' family movie, so it's not gonna be like perfect acting, but as a kids' movie, it's actually genuinely fun to watch. Ben Stiller is amazing here. Vic Van Dyke is in here. Oh my God, this guy is still alive, and he's still amazing as ever. Freaking Paul Rudd's in here. Owen Wilson's in here. There's so many like big names in this movie that it's interesting. Even Remy Malik is in here. Oh, how can I forget Robin Williams is in this movie? I love Robin Williams. R.I.P. Robin Williams, but I love Robin Williams. He's a really good guy. Uh, but again, this movie just plays an important it's just such an important movie in my life that I feel like if I like never watched it, I don't know what I would be today. Like it literally shaped my childhood. It's like one of my favorite childhood movies of all time, and it still is purely off of nostalgia. Like the big reason like why I like this movie is literally just 80% nostalgia. That's like that's like the reason why I love Night at the Museum so much. It's amazing. Now, I know there's like two other movies and then like an animation. I never bothered really to watch that. Like I'm probably only a big fan of the first one. Like I haven't seen the second or third one in a pretty long time. I don't remember it being any good. Um, I remember in the third movie that there was that one guy like near the end of the movie. He was like falling back like this. Ah! It's like probably like some of the worst acting I've ever saw in an entire movie. Uh, but I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about the animation. I didn't even know they made an animation. I just looked it up. I'm like, holy crap! They made a Night of the Museum animation. That's interesting. Maybe I have to look at that later. But I'm strictly talking about the first movie. It's really really good. Plot is kind of interesting. I mean, you see Ben Stiller. His name is Larry. Um, he's like a struggling man. He got divorced with his wife. He's trying to find a job so he can like pay bills and all that. He made like a lot of like he's like an inventor, so he made something called the snapper. Like if you snap your fingers, um, it would turn on lights. So it's kind of like the clapper, but instead you snap your fingers. So I guess it's a little bit more easier than the clapper. But a lot of companies don't really believe that, and a lot of companies just make fun of him. So he got landed a job as a night guard at the Smithsonian Museum. Now the thing about this museum is that all the statues and all the wax figures they come to life. It's really like Five Nights at Freddy's to a certain extent. It's he really plays as a night guard, and then he has to like deal with all these like wax figures, that come to life. He has to like make them friends, keep it under control, make sure none of them leave, make sure none of them, make sure none of them, escape, break or like anything that happens. So he's basically just like a night guard. It's basically again Five Nights at Freddy's, if it was more friendly and family, and better than the movie, you can say. But yeah, that's kind of what the plot is. I mean, it doesn't really like anything else to say. I mean, it's just a fun movie to watch. I don't know why this movie was something that I really like as a child. I don't know. I feel like the fact of like wax figures coming to life and like seeing all the different like figures coming to life. So, like Jedediah is in here. Freaking what's his name? Octavius is in here. Freaking Theodore Roosevelt, played by Robin Williams. Robin Williams plays Theodore Roosevelt. Amazing. I love Robin Williams in this movie. Freaking Remy Malek is in here. The head, the Easter head who keeps saying dum dum and gum gum. It always puts a smile on my face. Sacagawea is here. Lewis and Clark. My fault. I don't know why I said Lewis and Davis. Lewis and Clark is in this. It's like all like the different types like type. So there's like animals in here. There's like, cavemen in here. There's like statues of like like Julius Caesar, like even freaking, what's the guy's name? Galileo, so it's really the Smithsonian Museum, and then of course the big T-Rex is probably one of my favorite statues in here. Like I love the T-Rex. He's a very like funny fellow. Like when you first meet him, like he seems very scary, but then he's just like a dog. Like my favorite part of this movie is definitely the part where you see Larry like experiencing the museum for the first time, like that part where he's like freaking out, panicking, like surprised, playing with the monkey and all that with Dexter. Dexter's also another one of my favorites. It's just entertaining. Like it's not bad, it's not good, it's fun. And I think if a movie is fun to watch, no matter how bad or how good it is, I'm going to have a good time with it. Like that's just me in general. And I guess Night in the Museum has a very like positive impact with me on that kind of movie. Again, I know this is like a very like weird movie to say, wow, what the frick, why would you choose Night at the Museum? That's a very bad movie to choose. But that's me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can have movies. Again, like I love the top movies. Like I love, like the big boy blockbuster hit movies like out there. Like all Christopher Nolan movies. Freaking all the Miyazaki movies. Freaking, all the like the Scorsese movies. Like I love all those movies. But Night at the Museum is just something that hits me differently than all the other movies I've seen, and that's the big reason why it's number one for me. Now I'm thinking about doing a like top 20 like movie like of all time tier list kind of thing, but that's really going to be harder than me finding a girlfriend, because finding like my top 20 favorite movies of all time, it's just going to be super hard. I'm going to like break every single rule. I'm gonna be like, yeah, obviously I know what my number one movie is gonna be, Night at the Museum, but like what will be my number two? What will be my number three? Like should I put Dark Knight at number two? Should I put freaking Wolf of Wall Street at number two? Should I even put like 12 Angry Men somewhere up there too? Like there's so many like good movies that I have seen, but I don't have no idea how to rate them. It's going to be pretty hard, but I might do it. I don't know. I'll probably just it'll probably be like a freaking like 5 hour video just me deciding like what to put at number three, which is kind of funny. But yeah, all in all, Night at the Museum is like my favorite movie of all time. Really really good movie. I just watched it. I didn't really finish it. I kind of like stopped in the middle, but just like thinking like, oh wow, I didn't really feel like finishing it. It's not because of I hate it or anything. It's just more of like I really just wanted to talk about it because it's just such a good movie. I love it. I mean, it's not good, it's not bad, but for me, it's a great movie to watch. Definitely with friends. Like this is the first time I've seen Night at the Museum alone, because every single time I wanted to watch it, I would always bother my parents and say, "Yo, mommy, yo, daddy, can we watch Night at the Museum again?" Or maybe sometimes I'll say, hey, mom and dad, can we watch like the second Night in the Museum movie? And then when he finished the whole trilogy, I'm like, oh, you know what? Yo, mom, yo, dad, can we go back and watch the first movie again? So it's just a funny, like, it's, I don't know, like, why I liked it so much as a child. Like, it's, I guess it's just a movie that I really, really liked. And you know what? That's probably a big reason why it's like my favorite movie of all time. Again, this is like purely like 80% nostalgia why I like this movie. But yeah, that's it. My favorite movie of all time, Night in the Museum. It's crazy. That's it. Thanks for watching.